The Shohei Ohtani effect is real. Yeah. That's where we're heading right now. On Sunday, StubHub ticket prices for the Dodgers home opener and Ohtani's debut with LA started at $431 for standing room only. Tickets with actual seats were as high as $9,893 in the Dugout Club.
You know this guy played like an hour away for the last decade almost, right? Yeah. The last 5+ years he was.
But it's about being there for the home opener.
Yeah, and I was going to say in rush hour it's 3 hours to get to Anaheim.
That is true. A
$900 ticket for Shohei Ohtani's Dodgers debut does not include actual seats, only standing room. So overpriced seats, overpriced Doyer dogs, overpriced everything. Now, Rich kept saying, and everybody, there's a lot of people saying, like, why do you care how much money they're spending for this guy? You're not paying for it. But in reality, maybe you not personally if you're not going to the game, but the fans are paying for it. They will be paying for it. These ticket prices show that you're going to be paying for it. And, whether you're buying them aftermarket on StubHub or whatever, you're going to be paying a lot more than you normally would have because of Shohei Ohtani. And that's the price you pay to win. That's fine. Look, I get it. You wouldn't trade it. But prices of everything are going to go up.
4 million people live in the Los Angeles area. Not many people go to the games all the time, right? You got a lot of diehard Dodgers
Danny
fans.
G would go a lot more than he does. You said yesterday that the prices have kept you home.
Yeah, I went to opening night, I want to say 3 seasons ago, and for a family of 5, it cost us $950 for the night.
Picture that. No way. And that's not even including the Doyer dog and the helmet and the ice cream and any of that
was
stuff.
The food. That was the tickets, the parking, and the food.
Oh, and the food? Man.
Yeah. But then he had to split the ice cream and the helmet.
Yeah. That was only one ice cream
Too
helmet.
much dairy. He doesn't want too much dairy.
Yeah, it was only one drink, too. Didn't even get a buzz.
Let me tell you. I have a thought on this, and it's probably an unpopular sentiment, but I just got to be real with you guys. If you want to go to Dodgers games and the prices are expensive, maybe you just need to work harder.
Hardcore fans who just can't afford it are just not welcome then, or because you can't
If you
pay
can't
the price.
afford the tickets, don't go or work harder, because I promise you the stands will be filled. And I'll give you an analogy.
Yeah, but what happens? It changes. This always happens. Anytime you talk about high ticket prices or who's sitting in the front row for big playoff games and World Series games, it's always the not hardcore fans. It's the casual fan who just happens to have money. And then that takes away from the fandom and the atmosphere of the stadium.
Yeah, this happened with the Yankees, right? You lost all the bleacher creatures. Now you got guys going up there who are getting sushi.
Corporate seats. Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you what.
You get those douchey sushi fans.
Listen.
I do love sushi, though.
But you're right.
As do I. But at a ball game wearing a suit, I know what you're saying. The guys wearing suits, eating sushi doesn't have the same vibe as
and then
the
that
bleacher
becomes
creatures.
the storyline. Yeah.
I'm not trying to sound like a big D here. I'm just saying, hey, if you want to go see the best player in baseball, guess what? You're going to have to pay. Work harder or don't complain. Look at it this way. Do you want Seth Lugo? Seth Lugo just signed with the Royals, 3 years, $45 million. He's a decent pitcher. Seth Lugo was on the Mets back in the day, was on the Padres. If you want Seth Lugo, hey, your tickets are going to be $40 and you go buy a hot dog and a beer. If you want to see Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Dodgers, you know what it's like? If you want to date some frumpy, mediocre girl, you could take her anywhere. You could take her to the hot dog stand.
But you realize what you're saying, right? You want to
date. You want to date a hot girl. You're going to Nobu. You're going to Mastro Steakhouse.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, I'm okay with cheesecake. That list a month ago bothered me. I like cheesecake, but we're making it seem like. What do you rather have? Do you rather have mediocre players and cheap tickets, or do you rather have the biggest star in the game and pay a little more? Do you want to go see Hamilton with Lin-Manuel Miranda and pay $500? Or do you want to go see an off-Broadway show that no one gives a crap about for $10?
I think what you're saying leaves a bad taste in people's mouth.
I'm just being real.
I'm not trying to be rude.
I'm being
what
real.
The Dodgers are doing also leaves a bad taste in the fans' mouth. That usually go to the game. Of course they're pumped to have Ohtani, but no one's pumped to hear that you can't afford to come here anymore. No one's pumped to hear that.
Of course, it's like
So
some people get priced at a neighborhood, some people get priced at a school district. Listen, I'm not.
Yeah, but no one wants to be priced out of their.
I'm not Daddy Stacks. I'm not Daddy Warbucks. There's places I can't afford. I'm just saying, do you rather your team not have the stars but be affordable, or do you want your?
Okay, hold on. Be fair. Be fair. Are you aware that what you're saying may rub people the wrong way?
Of course.
Okay, so don't you think what the Dodgers are saying without saying it could essentially be rubbing their hardcore fans the wrong way?
Well, let me ask you guys a quick question.
Yeah.
We don't know what the Dodgers are going to do inside yet with parking and concessions.
True.
To be fair, this is the secondary ticket market, which we could have another conversation about with concerts as well, because greedy people have kind of ruined buying concert tickets, when you can't get them directly from the source.
Without a doubt. There was lawsuits.
You don't think the Dodgers are going to raise the prices of a billiard dog?
Well, I think they are, but the secondary ticket market is ridiculous.
It's exceptionally ridiculous. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah, before I complain about the Dodgers directly, I want to see what their prices are inside the stadium.
Indirectly,
Yeah.
you're still being phased out of Dodger Stadium
sure.
if you're out of a certain tax bracket.
Hey.
And think of who the Dodgers fans are. It's not just Hollywood A-listers. Give me a break. Who's going to pay that kind of money?
Listen, I know. I'm just listen, I don't make the news. I'm just delivering it. All the headlines.
I don't make monkeys. I just train them.
I'm telling you, all the headlines just got to, as Danny G pointed out, I want to make it very clear what the word is. Resale ticket prices.
Yeah.
The Dodgers haven't made any announcement on ticket prices. But what if I told you, what's a Dodger dog cost now? Because it's not cheap to begin with. What's a Dodger dog?
$10.
Let's say it's $10. If I told you a Dodger dog is now $11.50, we got to pay for Otani. Are you going to say, well, yeah, I guess, an extra $1.50. We got the best player in baseball. Or are you going to be like, oh, damn, Otani?
I'm okay with an extra $1.50.
Yeah,
but look,
I
don't have everybody else's budget either. Everyone's on a different budget. Everyone's on a different pay scale. I get.
Listen, dude,
I feel like for everybody.
I feel like I live a nice life, but I'm not flying first class. I see people flying first class. You know what I say? They must be working harder than me. They must be rich. They must be millionaires. I make a nice living, but I'm not flying on a little weekend guys trip and spending a couple grand for first class. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to Kayak or Priceline and trying to spend $300 on a plane ticket.
I look at this as an indicator of what's to come, and it's gonna wean out a lot of hardcore fans that should be the first ones in line to be rooting for Ohtani. What's up, Dan Byer?
What they should do is they should just charge $40 for Dodger dogs in 2035. Like, for the next 12 years, just keep it as it is. But
interest free, but then it all
the same deal with Otani's deal.
Call them deferred dogs.
Yes, there you go. Perfect. Works for me.
Deferred dogs.
Deferred your dogs.
Gladly pay you Wednesday for a Dodger dog today.
Wow, that is hilarious, Dan. You're right. They should do that.
Yeah, the other way. I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, but I'm just trying to be real with you guys. Like, again, if you want to date a hot chick, let's take it back to your single days. If you meet a girl who's good looking, has a lot of things going on, you're competing with a bunch of other men to win her over. The same way the Dodgers were competing with what? A bunch of other teams for Ohtani. Right? So if you want to impress this woman, you're going to take her somewhere nice. The Dodgers, they treated Ohtani very nice. And you know what? You don't take Ohtani to get street meat at a street cart.
It's going to be a tough ticket to get for sure. And again, the headline today is the Shohei Ohtani effect is real because these are StubHub ticket prices have skyrocketed.
Yeah. And Cove, where some Dodger fans could get rubbed the wrong way are the ones who love to go drink there. If you've been to Dodger Stadium in the past few years, it is like the largest outdoor beer gardens in the world. And now, like I want to say starting 4 or 5 seasons ago, for one beer, $20.
It's wild, yeah.
Yeah, for like a deluxe beer, $22. So, the people that love to drink while they watch baseball, they're the ones that are going to be paying through the nose for maybe a $30 beer. And what I do like about this, though, Rich, instead of going there just to get drunk, at least the emphasis is let's see one of the best players on the planet play for our team.
Yeah. Listen.
And it'll level off, too. We are talking about opening day to stay positive.
And
but Still, prices are gonna be real
for
high
a while.
this.
For the first few months of him playing for the Dodgers, for sure. If not the first couple of years.
We just can't ignore like economics and life and reality, which is you want nice things, you have to pay for them. You want to go out with good-looking people, you have to go to nicer places. You want to get the best player in the league, this is called life, right?
Yeah, but look at the trends. The more prices go up, the less young people are willing to go out. You know, we did this whole discussion on how younger people aren't going out anymore because they just simply don't have the money to spend on those sort of things.
Someone has money.
Yeah, they're not in that, like I've said before, I doubt those are the real fans that are really rooting for the Dodgers.
A great example of people say things like, people are leaving California. Yeah, they are. But real estate keeps going up, which means there's people that want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they were saying tickets because of Otani are now double, but no one's buying them, people are buying them. So it's like Taylor Swift. You could have made those tickets $5,000, and parents would have been like, "Okay, honey, we're refinancing our mortgage so you can go to Taylor Swift."
So again, on Sunday, StubHub ticket prices for the Dodgers home opener and Otani's debut in LA started at $431 for standing room only. Tickets with actual seats were as high as $9,893 in the Dugout Club.
So enough of my silly analogies. Let me ask you a real question now. You're a Yankees fan, Danny Dodgers. I'm a Mets guy. Football, baseball, whatever your sport is. Lakers, Monsi's a Clippers fan. All the different teams we all root for, which is fun, right? It's all fun to have different alliances. If I told you your team was really up in the ante in getting some of the best personnel and players, but the few times you go to the game, you might be outpriced at a few things or cost would go up, I think most fans would say, get the good player.
Fans will take it because we want titles. Yeah.
I mean, if it means, Danny, I'm not sounding like a jerk, but if it means going to 2 games instead of 3 with the family, but the Dodgers win 100 games in a World Series with Otani,
you'll take it.
You'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another way to look at it for anyone that's sad about it. But again, that's from the LA Times, so it's already starting. But we'll see what happens, like you said, Danny G, when the Dodgers officially say, well, here's what the prices are going to be moving forward.
Look at the Jets. I know it didn't work out with Aaron Rodgers. 4 snaps. That was awful. But leading up to the season, leading up to the 4 snaps, and think about how great his comeback would have been on Christmas Eve had it mattered. You know a bunch of New York Jets fans. How did Aaron Rodgers change the excitement of that franchise? Even if it lasted 4 snaps.
Completely. Yeah.
A star player brings that.
Full on 180.
Stars create that excitement.
That's true.
So, hey, listen.
Hey, like you said, we don't make the news, so
yeah,
it is what it is. That's the story.
Spell out socks in Spanish.
SOCKS.
It is what it is. SOCKS.
Is what it is.